Hi there, this is Mark Ittleman, speech-language pathologist, and welcome to the Teaching of Talking. This particular video is going to be about mentoring. You might say, Mark, well, what's mentoring? Well, mentoring is teaching. Mentoring is working with an expert who knows a lot about a particular subject, and that expert is willing to teach you the steps to master whatever it is that expert achieves. So, my whole work for the last, 50 plus years has been to mentor children and adults who have speech and language difficulties, while also at the same time mentoring their caregivers, mentoring their parents or mentoring their wives or husbands. To me, speech therapy can be very successful. And I think that the best way for speech therapy to be successful is to teach the caregiver or teach a parent expert speech and language stimulation methods and techniques that they can use at home. They can use at home in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and throughout the day. Now, when I worked at a hospital, there were therapists who didn't like the idea of what I was doing because they thought that I was going to take their jobs away and that people wouldn't come back to the hospital or to the outpatient clinic if they knew what to do. Well, that never really happened. What I always believed should be done as far as speech therapy for those with aphasia is to work with them one-on-one and also have a caregiver, if possible, in the room and teach the caregiver all the things that I do with that particular patient. And what happens is that with time, that caregiver becomes very, very adept at helping their loved one at home. I mean, a caregiver is with a person with aphasia 8 hours or more at home and has a wonderful opportunity to help them there in the many communication situations necessary, whether it be asking for things, whether it be interacting with other family members, whether it be any number of communication situations, because we know that people with a moderate to severe aphasia has difficulty expressing themselves and wants to tell the world how they feel or what they need or what their opinion is. But unfortunately, they can't do that because they get stuck trying to find the words that they wish to express. So what I always did with people was to start working with a person with aphasia or a child with a severe speech and language deficit and start working with them and start helping them talk in single words or word pairs or small phrases, and then teaching that method at the same time that the therapy was being given in the therapy room or online, teaching that to the caregiver and having the caregiver or the parent do the same exact thing that I did. So I would show a caregiver how to stimulate a particular word or phrase and then have them do the same thing. And within a very short period of time, the caregiver was able to stimulate speech and language in a very similar way than I did. And so they would do that, and then as the therapy progressed, there were other things that were introduced into the therapy environment, whether it was articulation, the ability to formulate sounds, or whether it was learning to ask questions or to lengthen a particular utterance. So, to me, I believe that the best way to help a person relearn how to speak, or how to speak better, is to train the caregiver or the loved one at home to be able to help them speak in single words, phrases, or sentences, and to stimulate their speech and language at home all throughout the day in all kinds of situations. So that's what I call speech therapy mentoring. And when I left hospital work, I wrote a book on exactly that. It was called The Teaching of Talking. So this is a video about the teaching of talking method and about speech therapy mentoring. It's about teaching caregivers and people with aphasia how to help people with aphasia speak better or speak again. And if you'd like additional information, check underneath this video and you'll see my email address, and you'll see a link that will lead you to a free initial consultation where you can meet with me and we can discuss your loved one, and you can have your loved one there, and we can decide just what exactly needs to be done. Because, all of us, if we have an air conditioner that needs to be fixed, or an appliance that needs to be fixed, or a car that needs to be fixed, we need to find an expert, okay? And trying to find a way to fix something, if you're not trained, can waste a lot of time and energy and be extremely frustrating. So come by to see me. Underneath this video is a link to my website, is a link if you would like to have a free consultation, or even an email address that you can contact me for an additional information. So don't forget before you leave to kindly subscribe to our page and give us a thumbs up, and contact me and I'd be happy to help you. So thank you. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to meeting you at some point in the near future. Bye-bye now.